Welcome to Shooby Dooby Doo-Op, a podcast where we talk about pop music. We'll deep dive a randomly chosen UK top 10 singles chart from the past. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I want everybody grooving to the music. There's always two sides, so give your body some joy. What was I supposed to do? His two friends were so fine. I'm James Cook.
I'm Andy Robinson.
Aye.
And which top 10 randomly chosen usually, James, from the past? What top 10 are we looking at this week?
Whoa.
What?
No, we're not randomly picking this one.
What?
We've thrown the format out of the window, Andy. Instead, this is a top 10 that has been suggested by one of our Patreon backers.
One of our beautiful Patreon backers. Which one?
Yes, and look, we love everyone who listens to our podcast, but our Patreon backers, we love them just a little bit more. Just face facts, they're just a little bit better than everyone else.
As the Pet Shop Boys said, we love them. They pay our rent. Who is it?
So this has come suggested by Matt Warwick from our Patreon backers.
Thanks, Matt Warwick.
He says, "Hi both. I would like to pick the 22nd of August 1996. It was not long after my 16th birthday and the day I got my GCSE results. It set me on a long and winding path to where I've ended up now, with lots of ups and downs along the way. Fun times. Bop bop shoo up. To you too." Thank you, Matt, for your lovely email. So yes, this is for you, and it's an opportunity for us to delve into the 90s.
And if you join our Patreon community, you can also suggest a random date for me and James to talk a load of old nonsense about, yeah?
Think of the power you would hold over us.
Well, let me tell you, James and Matt and anyone else listening, what else was in the top 40 that we're not going to be discussing in our Patreon? Not in this week's top 10, but there's things like Born Slippy by Underworld, Killing Me Softly by The Fugees, Freedom, the cover version by Robbie Williams, Mysterious Girl, Peter Andre, and Three Lions is knocking about as per.
Yes, because this is August 1996, so it's like a month after the football thing had happened.
Yeah.
Also, 2 weeks previously, Oasis had played to 300,000 people over 2 nights at Nebworth.
Now, James, as we both know, Oasis have recently reformed, haven't they? So let's say that the past, present and future of pop music is colliding in a beautiful way.
And also because the number one album in the UK on the 22nd of August 1996 was Jagged Little Pill by Alanis Morissette,
who recently played at Glastonbury. So, yeah. I went to Glastonbury this week, James.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, let's move on anyway. The 22nd of August, 1996. You retorted to that like you should do, to be fair. I hope it rains. Also, the 22nd of August, 1996, James, the Olympics had just finished. Charles and Diana had just got divorced. Dolly the sheep had just been cloned. And ketamine was about to be legalised.
Ketamine's legal?
1996. Hang on, James, I've got something in my pocket for you. Go down the K-hole with this.
Yeah, this episode, we're both going to take loads of ketamine.
Thanks, Matt Warwick. We have used your money wisely. Also, in pop news, James, in 22nd of August 1996, Stone Roses are about to play a disastrous gig at Reading, but to get away from Britpop, Mel Torme's just had a career-ending stroke and Tupac's about to be shot twice in a drive-by shooting.
Unrelated events. I can tell you what was on at the cinema at this time.
Why not?
Independence Day, Twister, Mission Impossible, The Rock, and Space Jam.
All terrible films.
Not at all brilliant films. And do you know how I know that?
Go on.
Because at this time I was working at a multiplex cinema. All I did was sleep and then go and work at a cinema for an entire summer.
I can't remember anything about August 1996. I was just living my life doing stand-up gigs, blah, 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 blah.
Taking ketamine.
Nay.
I've got some stats about the chart.
I love your stats.
There is only one UK number one single in this top 10.
What?
I know. There are 2 songs going up, 2 going down, 2 non-movers, and 4 new entries for a total net movement of -1. There's 1 cover version, 2 reimaginings, 5 British artists, 3 American, 1 Spanish, and 1 from New Zealand. There are no solo artists, 3 duos, 6 groups, and a collab.
Great stats by my reckoning. There are 4 songs of gentle advice and observation, 2 songs about the complexities of love, 1 song of friendship, 1 song about strangers, and 1 song about a woman who cheats on a boyfriend whilst he's away serving his country. There are no key changes, but there are 2 great examples of self-reference, so I was delighted.
You can listen to Matt's special playlist on our Spotify and YouTube playlist, and we've got the links to that in the description. Just click and you're away.
We always like to gently give you a nudge towards listening to the music me and James are about to be banging on about. Not only does it make more sense of this podcast, but also some great songs in this week's top 10. Not all of them, Matt.
And if you were around in 1996, they'll take you back there. It's like a little nostalgic time machine. There are another half a dozen songs on those playlists that are in the top 100 on this date, the 22nd of August 1996, and we're going to get into them in our special bonus tracks podcast that we know Matt is going to listen to because he is a Patreon backer, featuring The Divine Comedy, Crowded House, Quentin Tarantino, and some angry Nepo babies. You can join our Patreon community for free. The bonus tracks podcast costs less than a Tamagotchi a month.
I lost my Tamagotchi in 1996 due to, let's call it, neglect.
And is that why you've never had kids? Because the dry run didn't go very well.
I mean, I'm just... Matt, this podcast has been cancelled because James has just made me think about my life too much. Let's not think about our lives, James. Let's think about some glorious pop music.
All right. Want to know the rest? Buy the rights. Well, actually, you don't have to buy the rights. You can just carry on listening.
Number 10.
A new entry at number 10, It's Better Watch Out by Anton Deck.
It was interesting this week, James. As you know, I've been at Glastonbury all week. What happens when I usually get back from Glastonbury is I like to catch up on all the things I've missed, watch all the spots and the interviews, and let's call it the cultural commentary, out of which has been plenty this year. But I had to listen to Bleeding Anton Deck, didn't I?
Not a fan of this song?
I love it so much.
Really?
As I say, James, I've just returned from Glastonbury, haven't I? It did cause a bit of a kerfuffle before we talk about Anton Deck. I mean, I don't know if you saw the news, James. It was weird. An artist called Bob Villan, he was getting the crowd to chant death, death to EMF, which I didn't understand. And also...
They haven't done anything good since Unbelievable.
How dare you, Bob Villan? And also, why has he got a stage when Lily Allen put a tweet out on OnlyFans and she's arrested? Something like that. I've got confused by the stories this week, James.
There certainly is a lot of news.
There's no one saying anything about it. Anyway, Anton Deck, as Meg Mars Den 9388 on YouTube says, I like Ant better. Sorry, Deck.
Well, this is very much an Ant song, isn't it? He's doing all the verse work here, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's Ant's story to tell. Just so everyone knows where they are on the Anton Deck timeline, at this point, 1996, this is the first single they've released without any reference to PJ and Duncan at all.
Yeah.
So they were PJ and Duncan, and then they were PJ and Duncan, a.k.a., and now they're just Anton Deck under their own names.
Hey, while I was at Glastonbury, I heard someone trying to explain who Neil Young was to somebody else, and they said he was in Crosby, Stills and Nash.
And? Yeah.
I left it there.
So they were hosting a show on CBBC at this point, and it had been a couple of years since their last top 10 single, which is Let's Get Ready to Rumble. And this is the first single from their album, The Cult of Anton Deck, where they were trying to be a little bit more Britpoppy.
It's not as good as Let's Get Ready to Rumble. That's a fact, I think. Yet I believe, like Anton Deck, like when you two, after they did the Joshua Tree, Anton Deck are exploring, let's call it the blues on this song.
Is this a blues song?
It's a blues song.
How? It sounds like a playground taunt. You know, it's all kind of...
That's the chorus, let's do it. The chorus, essentially, James, goes, better watch out, they're after you. So that's the chorus, but the verse, James, he's been down to the crossroads and sold his soul to become a blues legend. He's going, she was a girl, God only knows. I used to love her from the head to top her toes, and she had a weight, look 12 bar and bit a bit. If you ever met her, I would never forget. I tried my luck, I came unstuck. Her brothers came around and they kicked me too. Could have said a dirty word, but they're Anton Deck, so they stop at the absolute classic structure of a 12-bar blues for a lot of this song.
Yeah, and on that bit of self-censorship there. But in the second verse, there's a similar thing where the line goes, I went ahead, did as she said, her brothers came back and caught us lying in, and then they censor the word bed for some reason.
Yeah.
Is bed a dirty word, Andy?
No, neither is shed, which we are broadcasting live from. Thanks, Matt, for your contribution, Matt Warwick. We're being a little bit silly, aren't we? The song is all about, I don't know, very 90s in a way, isn't it? He's they're trying to pick up girls.
Incredibly 90s.
And then some big bad boys are trying to beat them up, and
Yeah.
Deck pops up to say they're after you or whatever he says.
Yeah, Deck with his sort of bad David McCallum style hair.
Did you watch the video?
Oh, God, yes.
All right, before we get into this is quite good. I mean, as always on YouTube comments, a lot of positivity, which I usually enjoy, James, but I couldn't get into the positivity this week, so I was thinking this song's rubbish, but fair enough, number 10. Should we bring in Nile Rodgers now?
Sure.
Nile Rodgers, who played at Glastonbury, he's famously said that just because you don't like a song, if you got it in the top 10, it must be good because it connected with loads of other people. However, Doc Robertable on YouTube says, I'm not surprised Ant hit the bottle if he was expected to sing this rubbish.
The earnestness with which Ant delivers the verses in a kind of I'm a really cool guy way is quite endearing, as he is the protagonist of the song. Basically, he's hooked up with a girl, but she's got two massively overprotective brothers who are going to beat him up. That's the story, isn't it?
I guess so. And the video dots the I's and crosses the T's about this concept, doesn't it? They're hanging around in a barber's, being Ant and Decky.
Yeah. And at the end, they get on mopeds. Because it's very much the part of the 90s where everyone was trying to be cool in the 60s.
Yeah. Also, at the bitter end, Deck buys some Johnnies from the condom machine.
Oh, God, yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, so I mean, it's kind of weird with Ant and Deck. They're not going to sleep with the sister, so who's he buying the condoms for?
Probably to do balloon animals. He's got a kid's show to make.
I mean, all the classics of, let's call it, Guy Ritchie bollocks in this video, wasn't there? They're being chased by two brothers, or they end up tied up in a warehouse before they escape and catch a bus.
It predates Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels by 2 years. So, if anything, Guy Ritchie's nicked this.
My apologies. Not only have they reinvented the blues, they've also invented a British form of cinema.
Written by...
Are you going to say who it's written by?
Yeah.
Let's go around and get them after this.
Well, it's written by, apparently, Ant and Deck, with Ray Hedges and Martin Brannigan.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know those names?
Yeah, I know Martin Brannigan. Who's he?
Ray Hedges and Martin Brannigan. Other songs that they wrote, probably around this time. Blame It on the Weatherman, Roller Coaster and Sailor V.
All great songs. Blame It on the Weatherman, Bewitched, Roller Coaster, Ronan Keating.
No.
What?
No, that's Life is a Roller Coaster. Those are all three by Bewitched.
Okay, my apologies. Great songs.
Do What You Like.
Who was that?
That was Take That.
Of
It
course.
was their first single when they were rolling around naked in jelly.
Yeah.
Checking It Out by Lil Chris. And A Different Beat and Key to My Life.
Who's that by?
Boyzone.
Cool. A good CV.
Yeah, well, you know, you get the idea of what their speciality is. You kind of wonder who's this for, don't you? Because it's like, are they trying to be a bit sort of Britpoppy? Are they trying to appeal to the kids who watch their show? And if so, why is the theme of the song slightly more adult than you would probably like?
Yeah.
It kind of falls between two stools.
I didn't mind it. We do them every week, don't we, James? Ant and Deck have got their fan base. They made this record. It's got to number 10. It was popular enough at the time. I mean, I'm sure they weren't making it thinking, we're looking for longevity with this song.
Well, you don't know.
They might have done.
Number 9.
Up one to number 9 this week. It's a song That Crossroads by the artist Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah, when I saw it was called That Crossroads, I was like, oh, are these guys also Geordies like Ant and Deck?
Yeah,
We're
right.
just going to That Crossroads. Pet. But they're not. They are from America. This was a American number 1 for 8 weeks.
Really?
Yes, and also the most successful single of 1996 in New Zealand.
Okay, well, I had no knowledge that was happening around this platter.
Are you a big Bone Thugs and Harmony fan?
Was I? A big... Again, bearing in mind where I won't bang on about that.
You will.
It was... I might do, actually. In the 50s, when I look at YouTube comments, and the 60s, loads of death knocking about. My aunt used to love this. The 70s is people getting old, remembering they had a great time. The 80s, the mood cloud of that YouTube comments would be that everyone was at their happiest in the 80s. The 90s are full of drugs. 2000s and 2020s, it's young people saying, doesn't time fly? So, we're in a weird world. But in the older Bone Thugs and Harmony YouTube comments, there's a lot of talk about how this song affected people very personally because it's about death, isn't it?
Yeah,
with
it's
this
about
record.
grief, it's about losing loved ones, because that's what kind of inspired the songwriting.
As JMO8192 on YouTube says, the scariest thing about life isn't the sticks and stones that break your bones. The scariest thing is watching the people you've made so many memories with become a memory. So that's going on, isn't it? You know, around this record. That's one of the benefits of pop music. Help people with their grief, yeah?
And it clearly connected with loads of people. It was a number one in America for 8 weeks. That's ages. That's loads and loads of people really connecting with the song, which makes it a little bit weird that the first thing in the song is them going, bone, 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 bone. Oh, that reminds me of my nan.
I mean, it's all about judgment, isn't it? You know, hey, this is one of the songs with self-referencing. Eazy-E mentions himself, I'm going to say.
No.
What?
No, that's who it's about.
Oh, okay. Well, Charlie, is he in it? Or Little Boo? Anyway, there's some reference in it.
Well, the members of Bone Thugs and Harmony are Crazy Bone, Busy Bone, Lazy Bone, and his cousin Wishbone. I'm not making that up.
Did you like this record? Did you remember it from the back in the day?
I did vaguely remember it, mainly because a few years later, Blazing Squad had a UK number one with a cover version of it, and I remember that. I remember thinking it was laughably bad at the time. It wasn't for me, Andy.
Okay.
It's not for me. You know, I appreciate the sentiment behind it. Obviously, that's why it's connected with a lot of people. Did you watch the video?
I watched it a bit, yeah. I mean, I'm going to say...
It gets dark, that video.
Go on.
Well,
Explain.
there's a kind of Grim Reaper figure,
Yeah.
a guy in a sort of leather trench coat and hat and glasses, looking a bit like a Tarantino villain.
That's right.
And
I
he's walking
remember
around
now.
and he's touching people on the head, and then
That's
he's
right.
picking up their ghosts and carrying them off.
He's killing off pensioners and babies at the very end.
Right, and he goes to a maternity ward and kills a baby,
Yeah, well,
takes the ghost baby up, stands on the top of a mountain, takes off his trench coat to reveal big angel wings.
That's right.
And you think, this is weird.
We've come a long way from Ant and Dec, haven't we?
Yeah.
I mean, weirdly, James, I'm going to say Bone Thugs and Harmony, they've also got a bit of blues imagery. The Crossroads, of course.
Yeah.
Important part, isn't
That
it?
Crossroads.
That Crossroads, my apologies. Now, the Crossroads, as you may or may not know, the legend of Robert Johnson, the blues singer.
Yeah. He went
down,
to a motel in Birmingham.
he went down to the
Met Benny
Crossroads.
and Miss Diane.
I had a feeling you're going to do that. Also, yeah, he sold his soul, didn't he, Robert Johnson, as a musician to play better blues. Now, James, as a comedian, I went down to the Crossroads. I mean, the devil got my soul, but I did come back with some pretty good knob jokes, so everything's all right.
Good for you. Speaking of comedians, did you see the recent clip of John Mulaney talking about Bone Thugs and Harmony on his Netflix show?
No, I didn't.
It is well worth watching that clip. It's a story about how he tried to book them for his show and the sort of scam that ensued. I will say he does refer to this song, The Crossroads by Bone Thugs and Harmony, as being hugely popular with horned-up junior high kids at Catholic schools to grind with each other during the Clinton administration.
Okay.
And I think that's a pretty good description. And you go, it's a sexy dead baby song? That's weird.
I mean, you know, it's a new category we've not discussed so far. I mean, last week, James, we were banging on about the fact we'd never mentioned accordion before or something. So a sexy baby death song, why not? UvaPro3598 on YouTube says, I don't care if you're a king or a beggar, we all face the same fate and judgment in the end. If the song doesn't hit your feels, you're already at the crossroads.
I guess I'm already at the crossroads then. Just waiting for a guy in a big trench coat to come and touch me on the head.
As Jonathan R2 much more succinctly puts it, sooner or later, we all will die.
Keep it light though, eh? In early 2020, Bone Thugs and Harmony announced that they were changing their name to Boneless Thugs and Harmony in a promotion for Buffalo Wild Wings. Now, I would say, if anything, this news was overshadowed by the global COVID-19 pandemic.
Number 8.
It's a new entry at number 8. It's Say a Vida A, brackets, That's the Way Life Is, by the Pet Shop Boys. Their 18th of 22 top 10 singles.
I'm going to come out early doors, James. I love this record.
Oh, good. I'm glad you do.
Yeah.
Explain why.
In prosaic terms, the words are good. The tune's pretty. So that'll do. You know,
Oh, the
that'll do.
tune, eh?
Yeah.
What, you mean Estrada de Pacho by Brazilian group Olodum?
Go on. Is it from somewhere? I
Yeah.
got the feeling it was a sample from something or other. It's not your typical Pet Shop Boys mechanical sound, is it?
It's more than a sample.
Go on.
It's more or less the same backing track. So Pet Shop Boys and Olodum have shared songwriting credits on this. Olodum also supplied the drums on The Obvious Child by Paul Simon.
It sounds a bit like that, all right.
They also appear on They Don't Care About Us by Michael Jackson, and also on the Sepultura album Roots. They performed at the opening ceremony of the 2014 World Cup alongside Pitbull, J-Lo and Claudia Lette. The Pet Shop Boys have got into them, have said, can we work on this song? So Say a Vida literally means if life is.
I mean, it's good after Bone Thugs and Boneless Thugs, my apologies. It's good after they've been banging on about death to have Pet Shop Boys come on with a little bit of, let's call it, optimism.
Yeah, here's where I am with this song.
Yeah.
Because I know you want to know.
It's kind of a bit of the point of doing this. If you don't agree with James, either write in and tell him or start your own podcast.
I think Pet Shop Boys are at their best when they're being all arch.
Okay.
You know, in the 80s, in a West End town.
Yeah, well, the archness is not in this record.
There is no archness in here.
Yeah.
This is them being happy and joyful.
Absolutely.
And for me, I don't necessarily think that Neil Tennant's voice suits that.
Well, again, this is very much up to the individual how they interpret sounds, isn't it? But fair enough, I wouldn't. I mean, you know, I wasn't so bothered about the Pet Shop Boys until relatively recently, let's say half a dozen years ago, when I learned to love them and his voice actually and the sound of them.
Yeah, even in this song?
Yeah.
Okay. You know, in the video, they're barely in it, aren't they, the Pet Shop Boys?
Loads of pretty young people with, let's call it, a lot of flesh exposed. Did you spot the movie star in it?
No.
Ha ha ha. You should read YouTube comments and it will point you to it. Apparently, well, not apparently, because I look back. Eva Mendes, do you know her?
Oh, okay.
She features heavily in possibly her first job, let's say.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think I know who you mean.
Ryan Doodah's Mrs.
Ryan Doodah.
Yeah, you know, Ken.
No,
She's very attractive, as is he, as is everybody else in the video.
Yeah, a lot of sexy people at Wet n Wild in Orlando, Florida, where I have been.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I went for about an hour when I was 12, and our first family holiday to Orlando, we went to Wet n Wild, and me and my brother both got sunburnt on our eyelids. I'm glad you found that hilarious, because it really, really hurt. And the last thing you want to do when you've got sunburnt eyelids is go in a swimming pool full of chemicals.
Yeah, right.
That really hurts and starts to sting.
So Neil and Chris telling you life is simple when you're young, you would disagree with?
No, I'm in agony and I can't blink.
Also, the video, this is quite good, I thought. This is typical Pet Shop Boys. There's a little poem at the beginning that says, life is our cry, we have kept the faith, and when we die, more death, yeah, all's over, that is ours, and life burns on through other lovers, other lips, heart of my heart, our heaven is now, our heaven is one. That is from the poet Rupert Brooks, from a poem called The Mill or The Hill.
Yeah.
Can't read my own writing, one of the two.
Yeah, that comes up, and you think, oh, wow, this is going to be quite weighty. And then it's just people titting around on water slides. You know, like Rupert Brooke imagined when he wrote that poem.
Now, James, let's do the music. What I like about it, it's in A. Go outside, spend your day. Then it's got a little weird troubles in your mind. Will blow away, lovely, yeah? Then I like the chorus of Certainly up. Come outside and feel the morning sun. Lovely. That little rising thing makes, I think, rises stuff in your heart. Life is much more simple when you build your eyelids in the sun. Pretty.
Really hurt.
Rob McLean on YouTube says, fun fact, although a hit all over Europe, this song did not chart in Portugal, despite the Portuguese title. Interesting, yeah?
Yeah, maybe because they saw it and went, if life is, that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, the sentiment of it, James, reminded me a little bit of Dear Prudence by the Beatles. That was more advice to someone called Prudence, I suppose.
Yeah, less water slides.
Less water slides for sure, but it's essentially saying get out there and seize the day, isn't it? Tony Reid 4412. Now, this is a bit of nostalgia for the, let's call it, the 90s, James. He says, great times, no social media, no tattoos, no selfies. Oh, how I miss life from back then.
Well, I mean, there was no social media that we...
Correct.
But...
Big tick next to Tony Reid. No tattoos. In the video, he's saying there's no tattoos.
Well, he must have really examined the video to spot no tattoos at all.
Arthur28 says, this is a simpler YouTube comment, I think. If you're listening to this, you have good music taste. It's quite good. What do you think about people who are listening to this podcast, James? What sort of taste do you think they have?
I think they have impeccable taste, especially Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
And our many Patreon backers.
Thanks, Matt, despite making me listen to Anton Dick.
Number 7.
Down 3 to number 7 this week in the top 10. It's Always by Eternal.
It's not.
What?
Someday by Eternal.
Down whatever I said to whatever it
Down
was.
3 to 7.
It's Eternal with the song. What's it called?
Someday. Why do you think it's called Always?
I've been a Glastonbury.
His head's gone, everyone.
Anyway, it's a great song, isn't it? This Always one.
Someday.
There you go. I'm being silly. And also disrespectful to Eternal. I got into this record this week in the few days I heard it.
Yeah, okay, that's
it's
good.
pretty, and it's pretty.
It's fine.
MOR ballad, let's say.
Yeah. The backstory is, this is just after Eternal have said goodbye to Louise. She's gone off to...
Ah, yeah, I forgot she was in it. Louise Nerding.
Louise Nerding.
Jamie Redknapp. Or rather, Jamie Redknapp's wife. Let's go that way.
Former wife.
Yeah, right.
They're no longer together.
She advertises lots of cheap clothes on the high street now from her shop, doesn't she? I like it, yeah.
Okay. Well, at the time, people were saying, oh, Louise is going solo to pursue her own solo thing. But there are rumours around that basically Eternal were told, you'll never be successful in America if there's a white singer in the group.
Oh, yes.
I don't know how true that is.
No. Always interesting, though, this notion.
So they've got rid of Louise.
Which I am backing away from. Let's call it
Damn right
insecurity.
So they got rid of Louise for whatever reason, and in this video they have replaced her with the Hunchback of Notre Dame, which feels like a bit of a sick burn.
It is featured heavily in the film version of Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Is it?
Well, they're saying another version on YouTube.
Well,
Loads
here's
of comments
the thing.
were going, if you watched that film in somewhere else, it was somebody else.
Yeah.
It. All for One, I believe,
Yep.
the cover version was by.
They did the version that's in the movie. Basically, Disney released loads of different versions of this song in different territories, done by pop stars from that territory. So the US version, and therefore the version that's in the movie, because it's an American film, is by All for One. In Britain, it was Eternal. The sort of Spanish language one was by the Mexican artist Luis Miguel. In France, it was Ophelia Winter. In Italy, it was Neri Picasso. In South Korea, it was a band called Solid. They all released this song at the same time.
Unusual, at least, isn't
Yeah.
it? That's different to Celine Dion being pumped out everywhere. That sounded worse to Celine than I intended it. It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, Eternal there, in 1996 it's recorded, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's a lyric there where they're saying the bright millennium is on its way. Now, I'm going to say, Eternal, I've got a little bit of bad news for you. I am not familiar with Eternal, or even necessarily the title of this record, but everyone's saying what a great job Esther sings on it. So she does the lead vocals, Esther, and she does sing it beautifully.
Vernie and Esther Bennett are two of the members of Eternal.
And the third one being Gordon.
Gordon Bennett, yeah, that's right. No, Kelly Bryan, who would be runner-up in Celebrity Love Island in 2006. She would play Martine Devereaux in Hollyoaks and is now a loose woman.
Okay, well
What
done.
does she have in common with both of us?
Is she stuck in a shed? No, I'm being... What does she have in common? Is she from Birmingham?
No.
Go on.
She has suffered from kidney stones.
I'm going to get you off that internet. You're in too deep. Really?
Yeah.
Terrible, terrible thing, isn't it?
Awful. Anyway, this song written by an EGOT.
Oh, yes. Emmy, Oscar, Tony. What was the G stand for? Go on.
Great bloke.
Great bloke.
No, Grammy.
That's right.
Yeah.
You've introduced me to this term through this podcast.
Yeah. Alan Menken, who also wrote the songs in Little Shop of Horrors, Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, The Lion King, and songs for Sesame Street. He was the first person to win an Oscar and a Razzie in the same year for two different songs.
Yeah.
A Whole New World from Aladdin won the Oscar. High Times, Hard Times from Newsies won the Razzie. Lyrics by Stefan Schwartz, who has 3 Grammys and 3 Oscars, so he's a go-go-go.
Shall we wake him up?
He wrote lyrics for Godspell and for Wicked. So it's got a show tune background, and when you know that and you hear it, you go, yeah, this sounds like a show tune. But compared to the songs that had come out for The Lion King, like Circle of Life and Can You Feel the Love Tonight, and the songs in Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast. It's nowhere near as good as those, is it? It's nowhere near as catchy.
I suppose not, but again, here we are at number, whatever it is, 7. I mean, it reminded me very much of this Someday song. It's kind of a yearning for the future, isn't it? All the lyrics are there. As I mentioned, the millennium is on its way. Life will be fairer. Need will be rarer. Greed will not pay. All this kind of stuff. And it reminds me of a yearning, similar to things like Somewhere Over the Rainbow, let's say. That kind of notion of one day everything is going to be better. They're always appealing, a song like that.
It's got those Disney tropes of dreams coming true.
Like I say, not my favourite record in the world, but I enjoyed it enough. Mind you, I only listened to it twice, so there we go.
Number 6.
A non-mover at number 6. It's Good Enough by Dodgy. Their only top 10 hit.
What have Dodgy, before you go on about it, what have they got in common with us?
We've dyed our hair with sun in.
No.
Oh, no.
I was thinking they had kidney stones as well. My apologies. Yeah, go on. Good Enough by Dodgy. Let's just reiterate, James, because I sidetracked you slightly.
It's really upbeat. It's jaunty. It's probably the most Brit-poppy song in this top 10.
Yeah.
You know, in 96, when, hey, if you were to believe the BBC4 documentaries, it was all Britpop. It wasn't.
Right, yeah.
Dodgy had a song called Staying Out for the Summer. Do you remember that?
I do.
Yeah, and then they released this, which managed to be even summerier.
I bought this album by mistake, I'm going to say. I really like Making the Most Of. That was a song, I think, on that album. And this one, did you like it? Let's do personal.
Do I like
reaction.
Good Enough by Dodgy?
Yeah.
Yes, I like it in the same way that I sort of like, you know, Wake Up Boo and things like that.
All right, I'm glad you said this. Chris Hayes on YouTube says this song is up there with Dancing in the Moonlight and Wake Up Boo as possibly the most vomit-inducing horsewank of the ever. That's his take. I mean, it's very rare on YouTube that someone goes there specifically for trolling. So, you know.
How can you hate this? How can you hate this? It's just a jaunty little upbeat pop song, isn't it? Little summary. Good enough.
Well, I suppose that is the very reason why you can hate it, can't you? Because it's
because some people are joyless.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you know, it's
for trouble.
We've done it before, James, haven't we? With sometimes records that are there to spread joy. Out here, brothers, I'm thinking of you. We both grumpy old twats about it.
That's not there to spread joy. That's there to spread all kinds of diseases.
Alrighty.
What do you know of Dodgy?
Well, I used to do warm up for Nevermind the Buzzcocks, as I've mentioned before.
Yeah.
The drummer, Matthew Priest, he was on it every other week. So I didn't know him, or I nodded to him several times. That was always good. Why are you so disappointed?
Oh, I was going to do a brilliant joke.
Do it.
Well, you know how two of the blokes in Dodgy have got bad bleach jobs in the video, which is ironic because the drummer's name is actually Frank Bleach Job.
That's a ZZ Top joke as well. It's so niche. I like it.
Any trio where two of them are one thing and one is the other, that person's name has to be Frank and then the name. So, for example, in Bros, the one who isn't a twin, his name is Frank Twin. The one in Human League, who's not a woman, is Frank Woman.
Right.
See how it works.
Death Camp Drome on YouTube says, I feel bad for the drummer. Seems the other two members used up the bleach before he had a chance. So there you go. He'd agree with you.
I think
Death Camp Drome.
In my head, the other two were like twins or something. But they're not. They're just two guys who had that sort of 90s sun in hair.
I mean, there's so much going on in the YouTube comments, James. A few people are saying he teaches me the drums now. So
oh, yeah.
And he's my maths teacher now, so there's a lot of that going on.
Yeah, a couple of them went into teaching.
Yeah. Also, one of them, I was looking at, let's call it the literature from Birmingham's Symphony Hall prestige venue, yeah? Mm. And one of them in Dodgy, I think the singer, he is at the moment doing a reconstruction of the band The Last Waltz, the Martin Scorsese documented final film, and they're recreating this gig, and he's got that job doing that now, so that's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love The Last Waltz.
So what do you think of this song?
I'm kind of with old Chris Hayes in a way. Yeah. Slightly annoying, but also I wouldn't be that angry about it. I mean, you know, it's as you say, it's catchy as hell, isn't it?
Yeah. Doesn't it evoke memories of summers gone by?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it gave me a little Proustian rush, as you once put it, which I'm nicking now because I thought it made me sound clever. Right. Tied Up Smurf, again, going on about the drummer. He said this is a very good technical drummer. And also, if you asked him what 9/7s are, he'd reply to you real quick. I mean, I'm going to say it, James. This song is McCartney-esque, isn't it? So, how on earth can I slag it off?
What makes it McCartney-esque?
Just a pretty melody and an optimism in the lyrics, despite I'm not quite sure what they're going on about. It's good enough, but it sounds happy, doesn't it?
Well, it does
Anything
sound
McCartney-esque I like.
It does sound happy, but saying something is good enough
Quite.
is not necessarily it's good enough. I like the bit where they go, there goes the bell, and then guess what they do? They ring a bell.
Absolutely.
Love that.
You've got to. I like the little bridge that comes in before the final chorus. That knocks you off track a little bit. It stops it being too kitsch and annoying.
Can I give a shout out to the kick horns?
Yeah.
They're session horn players who feature on loads of stuff. They're on this record, the kick horns. Shall I do that thing where I list songs and you tell me the artist?
Oh, I like that game. Yeah, go on.
Songs that feature the kick horns. Perfect 10.
Beautiful South.
Country House.
Blur.
Picture of You.
Ronan Keating.
Well, Boyzone, so yeah. Never Can Say Goodbye.
Communards.
Look at Me.
Jerry Halliwell.
Sunday Shining.
Finley Quaye.
Yeah. Reach.
The S Clubs.
Yeah. Too Much.
The Spice Girls.
Connected.
Stereo MCs.
Animal Nitrate.
They play on that.
Apparently.
By Suede.
It's on their CV.
Cool.
The Whole of the Moon.
Water Boys.
All those songs the kick horns are on.
Amazing, isn't it? So I suppose...
Or they say they're on. Thinking about it now. I'm sure.
I feature very heavily on James A. Caster and Ed Gamble's podcast, talking about my fucking favourite dinner all the time. We can say we've appeared, ain't it? I'm being silly, of course. Now, that's a great CV, isn't it? I suppose the music industry would say, we need some horns. Who should we go to? The kick lots?
Yeah. Unsung heroes of pop.
Someone points out on YouTube that apparently Jarvis Cocker, who also just saw at Glastonbury, James, he says he knew it was time to calm down on, let's call it, his drug intake, because he was out one night and he was a bit fucked. And then the drummer from Dodgy, Matthew, went, all right, Jarvis, you look like you've been larging it. And apparently Jarvis says, you know you're in trouble if the drummer from Dodgy thinks you've been larging it. As Slow Joman says on YouTube, they love to puff this lot. Now, in the video, what another holiday video a little bit, isn't it? They're knocking around wherever. Where
looks
are
like
they?
the Caribbean, doesn't it?
Yeah. And then I quite like Beach PSBS's snarky take on the YouTube comments about the video. He says, I don't know why, but black people really seem to dig them. As I've got everyone dancing around. Yeah. Silly, isn't it?
I think that's just who lives there.
I like it.
That's it.
I like it. What a terrible... As Eternal banging on about like the bright millennium is on its way. No. I feel that's not necessarily the best place to end it. Tough. Nonetheless, that's what we've done.
Tough.
Yeah.
Tough shit.
Hey, that was 10-6 end of part one. Thanks, Matt Warwick, for telling us about them records. He's going to... Well, he hasn't really told us about them, but we're going to explore some more.
They're his favourite records of all time, presumably. In part 2 of this week's Shooby Dooby,
what are we going to do?
We're going to continue looking through this top 10 from the 22nd of August 1996, including 3 massive 90s party classics, a Ponzi scheme, and the very definition of nepotism. Here's what that's going to sound like.
I mean, I like the fact that he turned up and did something with his nephews. You know, I mean, if it was me, it'd be having a game of FIFA with them. So, you know, making a beautiful record like this is no bad thing.
This is 90s music.
Yeah.
It's not all park life and roll with it.
Horse Lover Fat1984 on YouTube says, there is absolutely nothing like this. And I'm going to say, if you listen to M&H, I've got a little something for you. It's a bit like that.
It is a bit like that. You cannot deny the power of the Macarena.
You can't deny that.
Any Macarena skeptics out there, I urge you, join our cult. We have 2 leaders. They are 2 elderly Spanish men in lovely business suits. Check out our Spotify and YouTube playlists and let us know your thoughts at shoobypodcast@gmail.com.
Please check out the playlist. We always like, apart from me and James banging on, we always like to give you a nudge towards the music. I mean, we wouldn't be here without the music, James. Yeah?
We'd be talking about something else. And for the songs that aren't in the top 10, join our Patreon community. Be like Matt. Become a subscriber. Get your top 10 on the pod.
Be like Matt. I like it.
Thanks very much for listening. Until next time, Shooby Dooby Doo up.
Bop bop shoo up.